we're going to go straight into some questions here, Andrew, if you don't mind. During one of your rants, you've mentioned losing your dad in one of the recent episodes, and people have asked me before, how do the Tates get their money? They must have inherited a shitload. Were their parents minted? Okay, and I put this to Tristan, and he said, I inherited something much more valuable than millions from my father. And the ability to booze. And intelligence and the ability to booze was his answer. So, could you shed some light on who your father was?
Yeah, my father was one of the best chess players in the world. He was an extremely intelligent man. He was a former CIA agent. He spoke multiple languages. He joined the army, the traditional army, and they give everyone an IQ test, and he got one of the highest scores ever recorded in the history of the American Armed Forces, and they instantly put him into the special branch of the NSA, where he learned Russian inside of 3 weeks. When he died, people were messaging me saying that they were on the same course as him, other people who were like Mensa members and geniuses and such, and they were saying that it was amazing how quickly and how far ahead he was of everyone else at learning Russian. There were people who lived with Russian wives and spoke Russian at home, and within 3 weeks he was correcting their grammar on their Russian. It's crazy.
Bloody hell.
He was stupid smart. I'm nowhere near as intelligent as him. But I did inherit a few important assets like the ability to throw down, and I don't really sunburn. I've got a little bit of brown in me, so it's all good.
If he was still alive, I'd say he'd be culprit number one for who stole your Aston. Because he sounds like a pretty intelligent guy.
If he was still alive, he'd be standing in that exact spot in central London looking to the people to rip their heads off. He was a lot less calm than I am. I really am quite live and let live. Shit happens. I'm not even upset about it anymore. But my dad, he was a different animal. He was a dangerous man.
Jesus. Thank God I got you to do the web series about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have lasted this long with my dad.
No, I'm starting to realise that. Question number 2 actually comes from one of our viewers. An occupational hazard of being athletes, such as ourselves, is that we're in constant danger of getting injuries. Isn't that right? And famously at school, I sprained a arm muscle. Everyone suggested it was too much of that, a night on the Vaseline, but it wasn't. It was through weightlifting. Lifting mugs, big mugs of tea. The question comes from Dave Wayne, who runs the MMA Bible page. What's the worst injury you've witnessed in the ring?
I've seen people die in the ring. I've seen 5 people die.
Fucking hell.
So it's not a joke, this fighting game. You get knocked out badly, you die. That's how it can go. So I've seen 5 people die. A lot of broken legs, a lot of fucked up faces, lots of bad cuts and stuff. But yeah, it's war. It's war for real. You can die in there. You've got to take it seriously. It's not the sport you can have to. And that's why I haven't fought so much recently, is because I'm so busy with other important things. It used to be absolutely everything to me, and now it's not, because I'm putting millions in the bank. So that's what it is.
Starting to regret that cup of tea joke there when you answered.
Okay.
That was fun. Here's a trivial one, something to lighten the mood. What's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory. One of my earliest memories was we used to have this little block. I can't explain it, like a little octagon, and you had loads of different shapes, and the octagon had the correct shaped holes in it. So there'd be a triangle hole, a square hole, a star hole. And you had all the little pieces on the floor, and you have to put the star piece in the star hole of the octagon thing.
Uh-huh.
And I remember living in Germany, because we were based in East Germany before the fall of the Berlin Wall. My dad was working for the CIA there. And I remember putting all the pieces in, the star and the star. I must have been less than 2. The triangle, the square and the square. I remember putting them all in and being given a pack of raisins, the red packs of raisins.
Yeah, some mates.
And I remember my granddad coming over and them telling me to do it. And I remember deliberately putting the wrong pieces in the wrong one, deliberately trying to make them offer me raisins before I did it. And as soon as I got the raisins out, I completed it instantly. I remember that. Genuinely. That was my genuine trickery back then. I was like, where's the money at?
And also, you were naturally good at putting things in holes, as you've continued to do as a pastime.
Well, I've turned out to be a bit of an expert at that.
Yeah. Mine was shitting myself, just in case you were wondering this. Horrific. Question 4. Question 4.